name is Naomi Wambui, and I'm the founder of Bitcoin Babies. Bitcoin Babies is a project that is inspired by my personal journey to motherhood, my passion for community building, and my growing understanding of Bitcoin's transformative potential. So it's such an honor to have you here today so that I can share this story with you. It's an interesting story. I've been in South Africa for the past 3 weeks, and apart from enjoying the beauty of this country, we are on a mission to extend our reach. Um, we drove from Joburg to Cape Town, and I would say it's been a wonderful experience being in this country. But before I do that, I want to highlight my all-time high moment. We know Bitcoin is at its all-time high moment at the moment, and this would be it. It's not working. This is my all-time high moment. So I think everyone's journey into Bitcoin is unique, and so is mine. So for me, I was introduced by my partner in the early years of dating. And I remember he sent this transaction, is on LNT export. So some of you might be familiar with it. Some of you might not, because unfortunately, it's not functioning anymore. So this is a transaction I completely ignored. I remember seeing it the other day and thinking, oh, that is a transaction from 2019, I guess. He sent me a few sats, but that really never, I can say I was not immediately captivated. So it was until I became pregnant and I developed some complications and had to stay home. So that meant I had so much time in my hands and really took this time to understand Bitcoin further. I would say in my exploration, all I could see was an opportunity to uplift my family back at home. Apart from that, I would say motherhood brings a new perspective for most of us, and so did my prenatal care journey in Netherlands. So the care we received there is quite comprehensive as compared to the limited options we have available in Kenya. I would like to highlight a few differences, like imagine having a midwife for the whole period of your pregnancy, and actually having a postnatal nurse who comes to your home to take care of you for the first 2 weeks of your pregnancy. Universal health care is also free and covered by the government, but in Kenya we had Linda Mama, which was being operated by the former wife of the president of Kenya. Unfortunately, it's no longer there because there were a lot of political and implementation issues. There are NGOs who are trying to implement the same, but unfortunately, they also face the same implementation issues, difficulties. I also like to highlight that last year, the Kenyan government reduced their budget allocation for free maternal health care from 4 billion shillings to 2 billion shillings. And what that means that a lot of women who are seeking facility-based health care need to have a lot of out-of-pocket costs. And let's not forget, our maternal mortality rates still remain high. So apart from this care, I received a comprehensive book. This is the Groeigids. That means a growth guide. So it's a book that has a guide for you for the first 4 years of your child's life. So it has a lot of resourceful information. So it guides you on healthy tips and even development milestones. So that inspired me to write a similar book, but tailored for Kenyan women to make that journey for them easy. I would say the book is now ready for printing, and we'll be distributing to women in Africa who are either pregnant or have a child at the age of 1. My book is a unique book because it has a different twist. I've included two more chapters, which is financial literacy, which we do through Bitcoin, and we have another part, which is mental wellness, because these are topics that are not talked about a lot. And this book is a simple representation of how having guided information can really transform how mothers in general navigate motherhood from the beginning of a child. It all. Last year, on March, we took the first steps towards making this concept a reality. So we started the Bitcoin Babies program to kind of provide education, but also have a kind of direct experience with Bitcoin. We selected a group of 12 moms who all had kids under the age of 1 or were either pregnant. And we give this mom $5 a week. And this money can be spent in our already existing circular economy. So the moms get to have we are trying to foster that on-hands learning and also try to create direct, immediate impact. So this is a transaction. So these are transactions I made in June last year, 2024. You can see the amount of sats I used to spend. So it used to be around 8,500. That would be the immediate conversion of $5 a week. But now we are sending approximately $4,800. I don't think they would be more sane money than that. So we encourage these women to hold, and if you hold, for now we have seen like the amount we have been giving them would have already doubled in value. So we meet every Sunday where we have topics. We don't only focus on Bitcoin because we focus also on cooking, family planning, anything to do with Bitcoins, like wallets and making transactions. We also invite guests, females who are in work in the Bitcoin space. One of them would be Noeline, who is sitting here. And through that, we are able to enrich our discussions and really give these women that skill they need to just make a better lives for themselves and those of their kids. We came realized that education wasn't enough, and these women actually needed places they could spend their Bitcoin. So we've been working with local entrepreneurs and have managed to onboard more than 10 businesses in our circular economy that accept Bitcoin. These merchants are benefiting from new customers because we also have customers who are asking if it's possible to spend Bitcoin in our circular economy, and the mothers also get access to to essential goods. Apart from that, the inflow of $60 a week in Bitcoin is really promoting that existing circular economy because we need people to actually spend Bitcoin other than just onboarding merchants and leaving them there. So this is a flyer we also made recently. We are aware that not everybody is capable of, is fully open, has accepted Bitcoin, except for our merchants. So we made these posters and distributed to local merchants. For our merchants who are already accepting Bitcoin, they can do it through Machankura if they don't have access to internet. And if you have internet, you can use Blink. And if you have none of those, then you can use M-Pesa as well. But Bitcoin still remains our preferred payment option. So our merchants are quite diverse, so we have focused on different merchants to ensure that women can access anything they might need. So this is a salon, is owned by woman who is part of our program, and it's clear, you can see that she's a partner of Bitcoin Babies. We also have GMAX, Minimart. So this is a merchant who makes the most sales in Bitcoin in our circular economy. We have a butchery, so you can buy your meat and pay for it in Bitcoin. And the last one I would say is Miale Medical Center. So this is owned by a female doctor, and she was one of the first merchants who actually accepted Bitcoin payments. Grants are not part or a core part of our circular economy, but we've seen how we can use Bitcoin and to uplift other females who maybe have a chance, or want to develop a skill. So on the left is Gladys. She's one of the moms, so she got a grant from us and opened a small kiosk, which you can see there. And on the left, we have Gladys, who was being offered a job, but did not have a driving license. So we gave her that, and that is what she chose to do. And now she's a fully competent driver. Apart from these stories, there are other stories which sometimes we would like to conceal their identity because not everyone is open to being talked about in public. So we have Lady X. So this lady had a child with difficulties, complications, development complications that the child, through the program, we were able to take the child to get tested for a few things, and we came to realize that the child was deficient in calcium, because at the moment, the Kenyan government only tells women to drink 2 glasses of milk and not actually supplement and tell women what it's meant for. So there has been a rise in a lot of kids with a lot of calcium deficiency, and we saw that through the child, but now the child is doing way better and is undergoing therapy. So Lady Y is a lady who is in a financially restrictive marriage, but through Bitcoin and learning about Bitcoin, she feels more hopeful for the future because she's able to save for her children and to have a secure future for herself. Building a circular economy does not come without its own challenges, because we had to introduce the women to a new concept that they weren't familiar with, and that and when you're trying to navigate that with people who have also a lot of literacy gaps, it can be really difficult when trying to convince them of a technology like Bitcoin. And let's forget, it's in an area where I wouldn't say it's for the most well, so it's a low income area. And I would say we have had problems like access to technology and even having problems with access to internet. At the moment, we're looking further than Kenya, than only to other already existing circular economies. We believe having a program like Bitcoin Babies in those circular economies can be a catalyst to upscale, because we are giving $5 to every woman, and this can be spent, meaning your merchants in your circular economy can really get sales in Bitcoin. So for other circular economies who would think like Bitcoin Babies program would be a perfect fit for their circular economy to scale up, we kindly ask you to reach out, as we are open to working together. And I wouldn't conclude this presentation without thanking our supporters who have made all this work we've been doing possible. We have Federation of Circular Economy, Machankura, Blink, Bitcoin Beach, and of course, Geyser. And there are also several anonymous people who contribute directly to us and have really made it possible to make this work. If you would like to learn more about Bitcoin Babies, you can follow us on our website, bitcoinbabies.com, but we are also on other social media, Instagram, X, so at btcbabies.com. And if you like the work we do and you like to support us, you can support us directly by donating to Blink or visiting our Geyser page. So thank you.